Locale Basement says, shout out to Hud Valley C Credit Union for taking RTU to the Supreme Court for $17,814 unpaid debt a few years back. And they link an unpaid official document being Dickers being sued by a credit union for just over $17,000 a few years ago, which it would explain a lot. From Dropbox Dickers, Richard, live from the food court, tells us he answered a scam call from Chase Bank and in a manic state gave over all of his personal info. He realized it was not legit only after the foreigner on the other line told him to delete the app from his phone. Come on, Dickers. Well, this guy is supposed to be a professional tech reviewer to know his shit. Let's see.
So, all right. Here's what happened. I was running around doing errands yesterday. Get a phone call from Chase Bank. Now, I checked the number. Hindsight being 2020, I should have called it back. But I usually am very...
By check the number, he probably means I asked the person what the phone number was, and they gave me the official phone number. But it wasn't the phone number they called from. They literally just looked up what the Chase official phone number was and said, yes, Rich, this is us. Here's our phone number. And Rich is like, let me do some detective work and look up the phone number and be like, okay, yep, this is legit. They just gave me the real phone number.
Skeptical of this stuff, and this is where it was brilliant. On their part, it seemed very legitimate. And so...
I mean, I got to be honest, like, I, as much as I enjoy just covering this guy, I really do feel for him because like bro, he just keeps doing it to himself.
They go through all this stuff, and the one thing they said to me that luckily I did it because then I would be getting nothing back. I think I'm going to get everything back. When is the question? They told me to delete my banking app. What's up, everybody? Which I'm like, that's weird. As soon as I hung up with them, I'm like, nah. I started making a bunch of fucking phone calls. Luckily, I did because it wasn't real.
But Eric says, hate that this happened to him, but at the same time, he brings me up for no fucking reason at all in the middle of this. He can't help himself. Does he really? I've not seen like this segment or anything. There's only a few seconds left, but like during this situation, he brought you up. That's crazy. I don't know when this was, by the way. This might have been years ago, but it's the first time I'm seeing it, so.
It wasn't real. So. Dude, you know how many times I dodge scams? You know how many times
go straight into cope mode. Straight into cope mode. We got and shout out to 8-Bit Eric. Welcome, bro. Good to see you. It was today? That was today? I assumed it was years ago. This was today this happened? Here we have a compilation of Rich regretting deleting his 1 million sub channel. I've not seen this.
Yeah, who's Review Tech anyway? Oh, that was the jackass who, I mean, even if the channel was dead, man, I should have kept it for archive purposes. It was dumb, and I caved to fucking bullying, but...
I caved to bullying. Sure, Dickers. Sure, that's the reason you deleted a 1 million sub channel. Sure, it wasn't for YouTube exposing, allegedly inflating your own numbers and them demonetizing it. Whatever you told Tipster.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
That's like me.
Like, whatever, I was the person who made the stupid choice, no one else besides me, to close down my channel. I own it. It's me. That's on me. It's on nobody else. I fucked up, and that's how you grow as a person, is when you realize that but to constantly point at other people.
Like, I still can't believe he deleted a 1,000,000 sub channel. Like, even if you were going to get exposed for faking your numbers and stuff like that, it's still a 1,000,000 sub channel, and the internet like remembers, but the internet also forgets, and you could still play that off. So unless YouTube was going to eternally demonetize it forever from you, so you could not get any money from it, which would be the only reason why you would delete it, and then make up a reason why you were deleting it.
And you are the reason I made a mistake. Is fucking retarded. Oh God, when I had a million. I'll keep it real with you though. I do regret deleting the channel.
Guys, I don't know if you understand. Those of you who are YouTubers in the chat definitely do. But if you're a viewer, I cannot express the extreme blood, sweat, tears, and challenge it is to get a channel to 100 subscribers. Never mind 1,000 subscribers. Never mind 10,000 or even 100,000. A million subscribers is insane. And if you get your channel to 1,000,000 subs, there's typically, like, if you do it legitimately, there's typically a following that you have that enjoys your content. If you delete that channel, tell everyone you're deleting it, and then start a new brand and a new channel, don't you think a lot of those people are going to be like, okay, well, we'll just go to your new one, and you'll quickly have a couple 100,000 subscribers instantly, overnight. Rich is still struggling to crack what, 60,000, 70,000? I don't even know what he's at right now. I'm like, bro, this is very telling.
But I don't. It was already. It was kind of on the decline. To keep it real, it's not that I have a big voice.
I think his channel built on fake subs, and he'd be afraid he'd be found out. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes the most sense for me.
1,000,000+ sub YouTube channel to do it on it down. That wouldn't have helped me with this. It wouldn't have. And I don't believe you got offered 20K. I got offered 20K for ReviewTechUSA. Granted, the channel was already deleted at that point. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Right. Somebody offered you 20K for a dead channel. Right, I'm sure.
Did go 10.
Kind of proving another fucking reason I should have kept ReviewTechUSA, huh? Now that hindsight. But you know what, though? Other opportunities, man.
Like, it's really funny to me how he's literally turned into DSP. Like, he's like the lovable loser, but he's just not lovable. It's just annoying.
I'll get back on my feet. I regret now getting rid of ReviewTechUSA, but I didn't.
Yikes, bro.
And I regret not having it for mostly archival purposes. That's where I agree with Tommy. I was doing some reflecting on that, and initially I was like, nah, listen, with the things that were going on with it were true, but no, I wish I still had it up. Would I have done stuff on it still? I don't know. I don't really know if it would have been resuscitated after that. I wasn't.
Because it was not monetized. Just admit it, bro. Just admit it. Of course you'd still do stuff on it if it was monetized. Why would you not? It's a 1,000,000 sub channel. That's insane. Aren't you the one that's always begging for money and desperate for money and owing banks money? Yet you're not utilizing a 1,000,000 sub channel for money? Wait, what?
Relevant enough. If you are relevant enough, you could weather a drama. But no, shutting it down was fucking, quite frankly, retarded.
Yeah.
Kat Burnell is a fat bitch. My kid's mother! You don't go there! You don't go there! You don't go there! Say it to my
Yikes. So if you're not familiar with Rich, because I know there's a lot of people in the chat that aren't, this from Dropbox Stickers says, Rich is a complete mental case. This is the guy who couldn't leave his bed without having a panic attack. I don't think Bungie, Microsoft, and Halo are going to pull you out of this one, dickers. Let's see. Let's see.
Ace went from being on my own, having a living girlfriend, having a semi-decent job, to being single and losing my job and having to move back in with my family when I was about pushing 30. I got hit with the worst case of anxiety and depression that I may have to this day ever had. I've never been in that.
This genuinely, like, a part of me is like, I really do feel for him. Like, this is one of those situations where, like, I realize he needs severe professional mental help.
Much of a run. I mean, I got to the point where I couldn't get out of bed to take a piss without having a panic attack. It was that bad. I showed this sales job my resume. A guy looks at me and he goes, "You just got laid off from IBM." It's like, there's no way I'm going to hire you. And I just remember leaving those interviews.
That's not even like realistic. You just got laid off by IBM. There's no way I'm going to hire you. That's not how hiring works at all. If that was the case, nobody would ever get hired. I used to be a recruiter. Like, that's literally that wouldn't even, oh, you just got laid off by this company, we're not going to hire you. Like, no, so you're available to work and you have experience? All right, let's see if you're a good fit for this company. What the fuck's he talking about? You just got laid off, we're not going to hire you? What?
You just got laid off from IBM. It's like, there's no way I'm going to hire you.
What?
And I just remember leaving those interviews being so depressed and my anxiety just like getting to the point where I was shaking. I remember there were points that I was on the brink of thinking that I was going to have to go to a psychiatric hospital. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. It was that bad.
So he had a come to Jesus moment and realized that he needed to go to a legitimate, like, a psych ward. Like, when I say this dude strikes me as crazy, here we have him admitting that he is crazy himself. What more proof do people need?
I was pacing around in my living room, not knowing what to do because I just felt like the walls were closing in on me. I was in a really dark place. I was in a place I've never been before, I've never been since, and never want to go back to. Gaming is a lot more than a form of entertainment to me.
So if Rich was opening his heart up like this and being cool, like, and I'm going to just be honest, that actually might work as like as a brand for your YouTube channel. It's being like, I'm transparent. This is who I am. But if you're known as the guy that just goes at people all the time, people aren't going to be compassionate to you. They're going to be like, you're a dick, dude. Like, you deserve everything that's coming to you right now. Why are you pouring your heart out on the table for everyone? No one's going to feel bad for you.
And I have to thank Bungie and Microsoft and Halo for keeping me sane when I thought I was going to lose it. This is Rich, ReviewTechUSA.
Yikes. So I said, ReviewTechUSA admits he's been mentally struggling and was on the brink of going to a psychiatric hospital. Explains a lot of that constant projection we've been seeing. As always, I maintain I hope he gets the help he clearly so desperately requires. So I want people to remember, every time this guy tries to come at 8-Bit Eric or Ames or me or DSP even, like, bro, the craziest part about this, like, DSP is running circles around you, literally and figuratively, dickers. You have been completely embarrassed off the internet, and you still keep coming back and streaming. And you know what? Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes your angle works, but it's never going to make you big again. Well, you know what I mean. It might make him big in a different way. But yeah, this is a problem. I think it's a really bad addiction that he has to the internet, where he requires to have a connection with streaming, because I think he has a very depressing life outside of this, where he has to have this because this is all he has in his life. That's really depressing. I think the best advice I could give, if you do watch this, is to get away from the internet, focus on yourself, and make your own life better first. Get your real life as right as you can. I mean, it's pretty fucked at this point. But I don't ever think it's too late for anyone to at least start trying to make better decisions in their personal life. And once you try to get that shit together, then and only then come back to the internet and try to have a YouTube streaming career, because otherwise this is going to eat you alive. Might take a while, but anyways, I'll leave that one there.